Okay, welcome back to Ink Transfer with Mark Zimmerman, brought to you by Sanford Arts. I'm Mark Zimmerman and I am rolling ink on a sheet of plexiglass so that I can do an ink transfer drawing. That looks smooth enough. I'm going to grab a sheet of paper, drop it on top of that ink. See if I can line it up sort of straight. I've got all those templates, you'd think it'd be easy. I'm going to tape it down. I don't want it moving when I draw on it, smudging that ink. It's face down. This is the back of the paper. I'm going to draw and rub on that, and what it's going to do is transfer ink, the black ink, to the front. I can feel the tape. That ink is inside some tape, and I can feel that tape. Drag my pen along the tape, and then I know anything I do in here transfers to the other side. I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to put some grass down at the bottom here. And I'm going to put a post, a nice straight post. Hardly ever draw those. And a pretty straight post right next to it. I'm going to draw the opening of a little gate. Pretty straight, not quite as straight. One's probably pine that someone paid for, and the other one is probably juniper they dragged down out of the hills. So it's a if I rub on the back, I transfer ink as well. So I'm going to wrap some wire around this post, barbed wire at that. So I'm going to put a smooth wire here. Don't want barbed wire for this part. I don't know, I opened a lot of gates for my uncles. They never put any barbed wire on the part you had to lift off. Suppose I should thank them for that, huh? Wrap a couple strands around and drag a couple strands out. Wrap a couple strands around, drag a couple strands out, put some barbs on it. Now the old fence can't have a wire above that, can we? But we better wrap some wire around this. And I'm going to just go a little ways over here and down, back, around. See, I spent too much time opening gates. Alrighty. Let's put next to nothing in the background. This is the high plains. So I could put a little maybe loose wire here and there. So I'm going to put a little shadow with just the pressure of my finger. We'll put a shadow. Careful with that finger. Put a shadow in there. Probably should put some shadows down in the grass as well. Alright, let's sneak a peek. See if I need to put it back down and add anything. There is no erasing, so we'll see what happened here. That'll work. That'll work. I'm going to get the ink out of here and do a little painting. There's our fence posts, our High Plains Ridge, and a little grass along the fence line. Let's just put a little water. See if I can get this side to be a little lighter. Yep. Top a little lighter. So doing an autumn scene, so the grass is already golden. With maybe a touch of green, but I need a littler brush for the touch of green. Just a touch of green. Summer's not quite done. Ah, yeah, it is. That's a pretty slight touch. Soften that up a little bit. How about a medium-sized brush here? And now let's go back to the big one. And drop those way out there in the distance. It's a lovely earth tone called burnt umber. The pigment comes from Umbria in Italy, and it is just dirt from Umbria that somebody toasted and sold to me as burnt umber. Then you got to ask yourself, what are you doing buying toasted rocks? Let's just put just a little hint of green out in here. And then as I keep painting, that umber, which I didn't rinse out of my brush, is going to come back out. And a little more paint. And a little more paint. Fence posts, and what I just picked up there is burnt sienna. That's dirt from Siena, Italy, that somebody toasted. You can also buy raw umber and raw sienna too, if you. And that's what I just put in here. Was that burnt umber? Yeah. And a little bit more of the sienna. Get rid of that. Yikes. There we go. Let's pick up that green again. Now, if the ground is that dry, we must have a nice clear blue sky, huh? Just some little thin clouds. One little bit of purple. Dirty brush. And while I'm putting purple out there, let's just put a little baby of a purple shadow. Boy, I keep getting dirt on my brush. It's the ink. I'm blaming the ink. There we go. Yeah, I guess if I got purple shadows up there, I might have purple shadows down in the grass too, huh? Dance some of those in. There's a little landscape that doesn't do much. Must be a high plains landscape. Should we call it that? Always sign them in pencil. We'll call it High Plains Autumn. my signature in 2020. Now this is supposed to be sitting somewhere near where you are watching it, and Sanford Arts is just giving these away to you. So if you see one you like, if you like this one, or you see a different one you like, you just help yourself. Hope you had fun watching. Bye-bye.